uploaded anything, and it's been 10 days since the last time I uploaded a video to the channel. Just been busy getting stuff ready for the move. Actually, today is my last day in Chicago, and I haven't taped anything in a while. Just been, getting stuff ready, doing some homework to try to get ahead. I had the kids over for a week, and yeah, actually tomorrow dawn is when I go start driving back to Texas, and it's gonna start snowing, so gotta leave before the snow starts. And gonna go probably take some pictures right now to Northerly Island here, Northerly Island, obviously, in Chicago. I'm on the Osmo Nano. I saw that the DJI Action 6 came out, and I think they're going back to the name of Osmo Action 6, which is crazy. Reminds me of the HBO debacle of HBO Max, HBO Go, now back to HBO, and then now back to HBO Max, which is crazy, but that's how companies are with their rebranding in-house, I guess. It looks pretty cool. I like the fact that it's a little bit bigger, and the sensor seems better in low light, which is kind of nice if you do low light activities. But I don't know, I'm happy with my Action 5 and my Osmo Nano for now. You know how consumerism is. But yeah, just been, yesterday was Thanksgiving. Had a really good time. I played the family games, which I never really do, but you gotta stop trying to be cool with your own peoples. I won 2 prizes, which was pretty nice. And yeah, it was pretty fun. Ate a lot of food, and I don't know, I haven't been eating a lot because somehow my stomach is getting back to what it used to be before I got fat. So now I'm eating like normal human portions. But man, yesterday the food was so good that I said F it, and I had an extreme case of the itis. If you don't know what the itis is, it's a food coma. I was driving back home, and man, I legit felt like I almost wanted to pass out from how tired I was from all that food. But it was pretty cool, man. Just a little update for the folks that care out there. I'll probably get back to making my little music videos once I am set up back in my desk and have my mission control going on back home. I got rid of the Teenage Engineering OP1 Field and the TX6. Now I'm just with the OPXY, which I think it's good enough, honestly. I do miss the TX6 for the record to disc capability, if you know what I'm talking about. But I'll probably end up getting the TX6 at some point again, just the black color so I can match my OPXY, and I could connect it to my Moog grandmother synthesizer. I need to get back to making music again. That's like one of the things that makes me really happy, is making music, just creating, you know what I mean? I feel like art is a primordial skill of every human. When you don't have to work or have responsibilities, you just get to creating, I think that if every human didn't have to work and could live how they want to live, creating art would be the first thing they start doing. It's like, especially like when you start doodling and all that stuff, it's when you find yourself in a mood of boredom, what's the first thing you do? You start creating, you know what I mean? And there's different avenues, not just music, but I think art that moves you is important, I think anything that moves you is art. So it doesn't have to be something specific. You know, everyone has their likes and dislikes and the stuff that they deem to be artistic. I sure do. But everyone has the thing that, you know, that they like. And at the end of the day, if you think something moves you and you regard it as something beautiful, that's art at the end of the day. But enough of being philosophical. I actually took philosophy in college, and I would say it was probably one of my favorite subjects of all time. Specifically, learning about Baruch Spinoza. I think that was his name. I feel like that's the philosopher that I connected the most. You know, like the Plato and all the other like Greek philosophers. It was a little bit too high grade for my thinking back then. But Spinoza was almost not like an anarchist, but almost like a free will thinker. I would say a free will thinker. That's the correct word. And that's pretty much what I connected with. And I also took theology, of all things. Like, I'm not really a religious person. I was an atheist since I was like 12 years old. But now I consider myself an agnostic, spiritual type of dude. More in a scientific leaning way. Because I think of things like, I don't know, being a human and everything that surrounds you is a little too perfect to be left to chance. Like evolution, obviously evolution in the sense of like science is possible for sure, but when you think of something like a system you created in a way that serves a purpose, you know, like just think about you as a human and how everything works in your body and the purpose that it serves. Then you start thinking like, okay, maybe something had some external say in how humanity as a race was created. I do think all humans are equal, regardless of color, regardless of language. At the end of the day, we are, you know, scientifically, we are Homo sapiens. So I think the whole issue that comes from, you know, racial segregation is absolutely, in my mind, a made-up term by social norms. But that's just me. And I hope you think the same way, because I think we become a stronger race of humans as a whole when we are diverse and inclusive with each other. But yeah, man, I feel like I'm talking a little too much, feeling a little philosophical today, but all right, I'll catch you guys later.